Hi, my name is Jack Middleton. A few weeks ago, the City of Perth voted Lisa Scafidi back in as mayor. She won with 2,260 votes, Reece Hardley only getting 1,872. Now, there is 1,385 total electors for Perth, and only 4,136 turned out. That's 63% not voting for mayor, only 37% actually turning out to vote. So this got me asking about Australia's compulsory voting laws. Australia is one of 22 countries in the world. By law, the citizens have to vote for in the federal elections. So I grabbed the list up of the 22 countries that have compulsory voting laws, and these are some that appear: Argentina, Australia, Brazil, Cyprus, Ecuador, Liechtenstein, then you get to this one, North Korea. You never want to be on a list with North Korea. I think that's a general rule of thumb, is to try and avoid lists being on the same lists as that country. So there's opinions out there, found a website. It says a statistic is 70% of Australians favour compulsory voting. So why did 64% of people not turn out to vote for mayor? Well, I took to the streets to find out. Do you agree with Australia's compulsory voting laws?
No, no, I don't.
Yes.
No.
No.
No, I don't.
No. Why not?
You shouldn't be forced into doing anything.
No, I don't.
No.
No.
Not good thing because not the freedom, yeah?
Do you agree with Australia's compulsory voting laws?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Yes, indeed.
Why?
I actually think it's a much fairer system that everybody votes.
Well, I believe,
Yes.
Why do you agree with them?
I think we Australians, we should be proud to be Australian and be part of it.
you should vote because it's a duty of every Australian.
Yeah, of course you've got to vote. Like, damn crap. If not, you get a fine.
I think a lot of people just do donkey votes here because they're forced to vote and don't want to get a fine.
How would you describe your political knowledge?
Quite good.
Middle of the road.
Extensive, like I do research, but I'm not a politician.
Average.
Average.
Pretty good.
I don't get involved.
Basic.
It's what I see on TV, basically.
Low.
Very minimal.
A scale of 1 to 10, 1 being nothing and 10 being all-knowing. How would you describe, where would you place you?
Smack bang in the middle, 5.
Oh, 7 or 8?
5.
7?
About 5.
5.
Well, 10.
About 7.
6.5. Very specific, I like that.
Yeah, 6.5.
6.
Probably 3.
2.
1.
I haven't enrolled, no.
No, you aren't enrolled. Why aren't you enrolled?
Because my vote is probably not going to make much of a difference.
They should be educated. More information should be given to them.
How did you avoid enrolling?
You just don't enroll.
So you don't think they should be fined $20 or $170?
And shouldn't be fined, but should be condemned.
Okay, so you just didn't enrol.
Just didn't enroll, no.
So, there's a list of questions on the Australian electoral website. Can I remove my name from the electoral roll? No, you can't. I don't agree with Australian electoral law. What can I do? The Commonwealth Electoral Act of 1980 underpins the electoral process. Any changes of this law are decided by the Parliament. So, the Parliament, the people who you're voting for, get to decide whether you vote for them. Can there be a vote for whether you have to vote or not? Can I decide to vote in that? You have to. So, what these 22 countries on this list have in common are some of them have very small populations and some of them have governmental systems which are dictatorships. Now, I think the laws that you make as a country determine which lists you appear on. I think there's more important lists than this, and I think to have the right to vote and be forced to is better than to not have the right to vote at all. I think just as a country, you've got to make the choices to appear on the lists that say to other countries that you value citizens, that you're doing what's right for them, and that your country is welcoming. Being forced to vote isn't necessarily going to make people interested in politics and isn't necessarily going to increase the turnout of local elections from about 34%. Got to first become an interesting political system which they feel like they can participate and their votes make a difference. Some people didn't feel like their votes made a difference at all. And I think that's where it needs to change in the system to make people want to vote rather than forcing them to. I'm Jack Middleton, and this has been Undercurrent.